Well, a few minutes ago when I was setting up, my wife came in the room and she asked,
"What are you doing?"
and I said, "I'm shooting a video, babe." Then she asked,
"Are you gonna review the pretty headphones?"
"Yes, I'm going to review the pretty headphones." Hi, I'm Bob, and you, my friends, are in the United States of Analog. Thank you for being here. Please. I don't mean to beg, but man, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, all right? You don't even have to like. If you don't like it, but subscribe, all right? It doesn't cost anything, and it keeps me going. Now, as I go back and watch my videos, I'm about 100 videos into this journey. Sometimes I notice I start out really kind of fun and exciting, and then midway through the video, I start getting real serious because I get bogged down with specs and stuff. And did I deliver everything? Can't give all the details. There's too much. That's what the manufacturer's website is for. So it's a Friday here in my Jazz Kisa, which I call Strummer after the great Joe Strummer, who's pictured behind me there. As I sit here on a Friday, I think, you know what? This is going to be fast and loose. Let's have some fun today. And I'm going to stop myself if I get too serious and get too caught up in the numbers and things like that, because audio should be fun, and that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. There are serious reviewers out there. There are people that have spectrographs and microscopes and anechoic chambers in their homes and don't have kids and dogs. No, I'm not talking to you right now. Yeah, so we're going to keep it light, we're going to keep it loose, but that being said, before I even get started, I have to say that the product that I'm reviewing today comes from war-torn Ukraine. And I don't want to get involved in the politics and some of the noise that's out there online. I simply want to review these headphones that were sent to me from Verum in Ukraine, and I do appreciate that because at this point in my YouTube career, it's always nice to get gear into review. Simple as that. These are the Verum One. Now, in my intro, I alluded to my wife, and to be quite honest with you, hang on a second, these things are caught up here under my tripod. I got it, hang on. All right, I'm back. And as I was saying, to be quite honest with you, she gives -1F about my hobby, this channel, and, well, that's not true. She does watch my videos, but she's just not big into audio. And why is that? Well, because she works for a living, or she's very busy. She can't be bothered. But I think sometimes she likes coming into this bar and enjoys having a drink with her friends and listening to the Cambridge Audio 150 back here and stream music and stuff like that. So we're getting her into the hobby slowly, and that's the key. But the Verum One from Ukraine, these are planar headphones. And we're going to talk about the form factor and the comfort. We're going to talk about the treble, the mids, the bass, the sound staging. So let's talk about what planar headphones actually are. And these are my first planar headphones ever. And where have you been all my life, planar headphones? Wow, I had no idea. I would have got into the planar game a lot sooner. We're going to talk about the sound in just a second. So the planar headphones don't have that traditional cone that a lot of headphones have. It's a magnetic driver, a transducer, in the form of a diaphragm or maybe you would call it a membrane. And that's what delivers the sound. Verum Ones have a 82 millimeter membrane, and they have a sensitivity of 96 dB. That's measured in milliwatts. They weigh 470 grams. Not the lightest, not the heaviest, somewhere in between there. And they are 8 ohms. They come in 3 finishes: Binga wood, carbon, which is kind of a blackish color, and zebrano. That's maybe a tighter wood grain. I don't think it's actually wood here. I believe this could be a veneer, or maybe this shell around is a plastic. It almost looks kind of like that old Bakelite material they used to use on old radios back in the day. Anyway, it looks very good. And the Verum Ones have these beautiful side grills. Those are very nice. Like I said, these really caught my eye. My wife has watched me unbox a lot of gear in our kitchen on the countertop there, and this is the first time she ever commented when I pulled these out of the box. She said, "Wow, those are beautiful. Those are gorgeous." I agree. But I think if I saw these headphones in a lineup of headphones, I'm not sure these are the first ones that I would grab. They have a very handmade kind of feel, which you would expect, I guess.
I don't know why you would expect it.
Some exposed like screw heads here on the side, which don't really bother me. You've got little twisties here to adjust the height of the headband. You've got this pivot here, which is a kind of a genius idea. And you have this leather or leatherette, very thin, lightweight head pad. One of the great features are these magnetic removable ear pads. That's great. I love that. In fact, I'm in broadcast radio. Those of you that know me here in Texas, I'm in broadcast radio. For 33 years, I've had a morning show. So I wear headphones. I'm kind of an expert. I wear headphones 4 hours a day, 33 years. You got 33 times 340 times 4 hours a day. I've worn headphones for over 45,000 hours. Then you add the hours from high school and college and all that. Let's just call it 60,000 hours. 60,000 hours I've had headphones on my head during my life. So I'm kind of an expert on headphones. Well, I guess in the next few minutes we'll find out how much of an expert I am. I'm not really a big headphone guy. I was when I was much younger, when you didn't want your parents to hear that you were listening to Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. They just wouldn't have understood. And when I was younger, I kind of wore headphones to close off the outside world. You may have been the same way. Put it in the comments below. Why do you like listening to headphones? These days, I like to wind down at the end of the day. I don't play a lot of vinyl on headphones, as I've explained before. I just don't want to get that close to the noise. That's one of the beautiful things about a really good pair of headphones, is that just ability to really immerse yourself. It's a completely different experience than listening to speakers. The cable is has that kind of hand-built feel with this very soft rubber kind of almost lamp cord. It's not the most glamorous, but I will say after hours and hours of listening, this particular headphone cable transmits very little physical sound. You know how you get some headphones and the cables kind of rub against each other or bang against the chair or the desk or whatever and transmit sound up into your ears. These don't do this. These are rather quiet. These plug in from the front. They snap in right here. Now, I would never use these headphones for broadcast because I'm always tripping on my headphone cables in the studio. And since these kind of go in the front, they're not going to detach when there's some downward force on this cable. Be very careful in this kind of setup. Sit down, relax, put the headphones on. Don't walk around with these. These are not headphones you're going to take on the bus or the train, I don't think. These are kick back and relax kind of headphones, and let's see what they look like on my head. You know what? They actually feel lighter on the head. I don't know why I'm talking so loud. And there's plenty of room here, and I like the way that these pivot. I wish my Audio Technicas did this. I actually buy angled ear pads for my Audio Technicas in the studio, but with this, the way they pivot, I don't think I need that. I think there's plenty of room. Big heads can be accommodated. Hey, speaking of big heads, let me take these off so I don't shout at you. There's something I've observed over the years, and put it in the comments below if you think this is true or not. This is inside. This is some of the ABCs of me and inside baseball. In my career on radio, television, the arena business, I've met hundreds of celebrities. And the one characteristic that almost every celebrity I've met has had,
and I know you're going to think this is crazy,
they all have big noggins. Every celebrity, I don't know what that's about. Springsteen, big noggin. Elton John, big noggin. Vanna White, big noggin. Liberace,
ginormous noggin.
Yes, I did meet Liberace once. Anyway, celebrities' big heads better on TV. Big heads look better. Anyway, I don't even know why I told you that. I told you this would be fun, but that's just an observation. I know I'm not famous because my head's normal size. Oops, I screwed up a little bit. I'm going to finish this video eventually. I've got to go to a professional bull riding thing at the Enormo Dome right now with my wife, and I'll be right back, okay? I promise. Yeehaw. Well, I'm back. Thanks for indulging me there. Let me just say from the onset that the Verum Ones are the best pair of headphones that I own. But to put that in perspective, let me take these off, but I'm going to keep them close. To put that in perspective, my best headphones are in the same price range. These are $349, including shipping. My other headphones, the Emotiva GR1s, my Sennheiser 650s, which I've never really connected with, and then a whole host of other sub $150, Grados, Sennheisers, all kinds of stuff that I have. I'm just not a super big headphone person. I don't spend as much time on headphones as I did when I was a young man, when I was trying to shut the world out. But, this is in the same price category as the GR1s, which I think are discontinued now. I don't have experience with a lot of other headphones. So I have to preface that. To describe the sound of the Verum Ones, I'll go to the Golden Notebook. Clean, clear, very fast, totally immersive. And, I mentioned to the designer of these headphones in an email that I thought this was the closest headphone experience I've had to listening to speakers. Now, I have a Macintosh headphone amp, the MHA 100, which has a special circuitry that you can use. And, that throws a little bit of the right channel into the left channel, a little bit of left channel into the right channel. I never really felt that worked very well. It really didn't give me the speaker listening experience that I thought it would. But, this does a very good job. Now, I've never owned planar headphones before. In fact, I think the barrier to entry was actually the price, because I just assumed you couldn't get planar headphones for under $1,000, $1,200 or more. But this is my first planar experience, and I don't know if it's just my imagination, but I feel like the sound is coming from more places in the headphone. I'm thinking about, that big diaphragm as opposed to some kind of cone and going to be super directional. I just feel like, I'm getting sound from different parts of that headphone on each side. Now, I have seen and read some things about the Verum Ones online, of course, and a lot of people said, hey, the soundstage isn't that wide. I don't really know what they're talking about, because can a soundstage in a headphone go outside of the headphone?
I mean, it's going all the way to the edges and maybe a little more.
I attempted to get that effect with some really great headphone albums, like the Cars' first album, fantastic. Moving in Stereo, come on, that soundstage is plenty wide. Lots of separation, lots of effects zooming back and forth. A great headphone album. The guitars sparkle, the splash of the percussion, whatever that is. I don't know if it's synthesized or actual cymbals or whatever, but that splash. And let me say this about the Verum Ones. They never, ever get fatiguing. And I think headphones, even more than speakers, depending on the volume you're listening, can, in my mind, can be more fatiguing. Uh-oh, I'm getting serious again. See,
We gotta lighten this baby up. Anyway,
I felt like I could feel, or see the shape of Benjamin Orr's bass notes on that Cars record. Another great headphone album is Roger Waters' Amused to Death. Now on speakers, you do get that sound coming out of the other room, from the sides, sometimes from behind your head. I got lots of spatial effects. I got a lot of detail in listening to that record on the Verum Ones, but I can't say the soundstage was way out here. It wasn't fake. It was all between the ears. But yeah, pinpointing different instruments, different vocals. And I put on Roberta Flack's Killing Me Softly. Again, one of my favorite test tracks, because there's these little, I don't know what they are, these tiny cymbals or chimes, or sometimes you just don't hear. I was listening to a very, good FLAC file. Try to count all the voices that you didn't even know were layered in there when you heard this song on the radio. Oh, by the way, I was using the Weem Ultra, and also, as long as you're in Roberta Flack land, check out her cover of Bridge Over Troubled Water, and then get your Kleenex out again. Kind of a sensitive guy. I'm a fun guy. I'm a sensitive guy. I go to bull riding. Oh, by the way, I was using the Weem Ultra Into the Techniques SUG 700 amplifier using Tidal. So that was a very good setup. I've also been listening at night through my Shelly Labs Archel 3 Pro on that using a Weem Mini. And that was kind of my bedroom setup. And that was sounding real good. So two really good headphone albums, Roger Waters, The Cars, Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. I mean, come on, I don't know why I love that song so much. Oh, maybe because it's a great song. That sounded amazing. The vocals, everything about it. There's another track which is just phenomenal on headphones. It's called Zulu Voodoo, I think. Yeah, that's it. From Kayla Scintilla. And that is a headphone tour de force. I can't even describe it, but you're just going to have to stream it. That's all to say that, these are very clear, non-fatiguing. You're getting all the sparkle that you want. You're getting the bass that you want. You can listen for long times. Are they the most comfortable headphones? They're actually comfortable. These are headphones you sit back in your Eames Lounger. I don't have an Eames Lounger, but you sit back in your Eames Lounger or equivalent and just listen to music. You're not taking this on the public bus. You're probably not taking it on an airplane because these are obviously open back in design, or at least partially open back. These are for sitting back and enjoying. My wife loves the look. I'm getting accustomed to the look. I wouldn't use these in a broadcast studio, but man, I'll tell you what, these are my go-to headphones in my home right now. Anyway, that's it. The Verum Ones. Thank you for joining me in the United States of Analog. But right now you have just one more assignment, and that's to watch just a few minutes of this video I have for you right here. You know, the geniuses at YouTube have got together, and they have decided through unanimous decision that this is the video that you want to see next. It's right here.
Just click it.